The beat generation could have been, they were considered like, you know, hipsters, you know.
So cool that they're not cool because they're not mainstream cool, but they don't really want to be cool because that's not mainstream cool.
Someone who has money, but they dress like a hobo. A hipster is
trendy.
Different. Cool.
Not mainstream cool.
Unique.
V-necks, yes.
Un hippie.
Retro.
Una persona que fuma mota. Can I say that?
They like plaid stuff.
A hipster is someone trying to be cool. I don't know. Let's look it up.
Hipster is mostly someone who wears really tight jeans and
Plastic glasses frames, but
They wear a lot of plaid, like this.
Alright. Do you identify yourself as a hipster?
No.
I don't consider myself a hipster.
a hipster is me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a hipster.
Yeah, I mean, hipsters really don't believe they're hipsters. It's just other people call them hipsters, and
That's what I thought first. Is like, I'm not a hipster, but then everybody does tell me that I do dress like one. So yeah, that is there. Everybody kind of is, and I think it's just because it's a fashion right now. Everybody's doing it, so it's especially whenever you're in the liberal arts area. You probably like the same type of clothes and the same type of products and stuff like that. So
Denton tries to thrive itself on being like a mini Austin and just being really counterculture and I don't want to say trendy, that's not the right word, but just like, I guess edgy, like everyone in Denton, especially because it's such a big art school. Everybody here is a music student or a film student or like in philosophy, stuff like that. So they're all in intellectual types of fields of study, so it just kind of makes sense that their fashion sense and their attitudes would mold into the hipster lifestyle, since hipsters are intellectuals. Pick out a hipster by their clothes or their hairstyle or their ridiculous tattoos of baked potatoes and God knows what else. It's like, it's almost like hunting, you know? It's like you're hiding in the bushes and spying on these hipsters and you don't want them to see you. Now, you know, they hang out at coffee shops and music stores and bookstores. I mean, they're everywhere, you know?
Hipsters might be more classified with coffee shops because coffee shops, since their onset in Britain, where, you know, there were tons of coffee shops, and we're talking like more than a couple hundred years ago, it was the place where the outliers went, or the place where you could express your thoughts if they weren't exactly compliant with the standards held by, you know, society at the time, and you could get it out, you know. And if hipsters are somewhat, you know, a representation of trends, but at the same time they're ahead of trends, and they're going to be talking about things that are out of the norm. And if they have a safe haven, the coffee shop could be considered a safe haven. But I think it's more along the lines of that hipsters are just, you know, a way to classify people, and lots of people go to coffee shops, and so therefore hipsters go to coffee shops. I don't think that the kids in impoverished nations throughout the world that are given Toms consider themselves hipsters because they're wearing Toms. And I think that there's plenty of, you know, middle-aged women or older women who wear Toms who wouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm a hipster because I wear Toms, you know. I think it's something, because it is like a trend or something that's popular, that whenever we see somebody of our own age wearing it, it can be like an automatic identifier, because it's easy for us to just like categorize people to deal with things better. And so most people aren't going to say, hey, yeah, oh, yeah, I'm a hipster, you know. But if they were honest with themselves, they'd be like, well, I like a lot of the things that hipsters like, so how much do I have to like to be a hipster? You know, it's kind of like a really subjective thing. I think that out of anything that, you know, you label or you categorize, there can be something that arises that's worthwhile, even if most of it's, you know, crap.
I don't really know. I think it's just mainly young people striving to find their own individuality in, you know, a sea of other young people striving to do the same thing.
Thank you very much.